Demon Knights number 2, written by Paul Cornell, art by Diogenes Neves. We last left off with our knights being attacked in a small little town by a group of dragons that are just straight up dinosaurs. So this issue picks up immediately on that. Everyone in the town is fleeing, there's fire everywhere, and these dragons are just attacking like crazy. Knights are all fighting it off, and Vandal Savage is having the time of his life. He's so happy that he gets to eat one of these creatures again. He hasn't had one for centuries. So the other ones are fighting. Xanadu and I forget his name, but Al-Jabir. They're both fighting off a couple, having some talks about we can use my sword and you can use your magic. And she's like, well, I'm out of magic. He's like, well, I'll see you in paradise. And then in comes Vandal Savage, who's just gleeful as a child in a candy shop, just bashing dragon skulls. We cut over to Shining Knight, and she says her name later. Hold on. Doopa-doopa-doo. Exoristos. They're fighting them off, just complaining how Shining Knight has too much armor, whereas Exoristos has practically none. Etrigan's facing down this really big one, but he sprouts some wings, and he also is talking about I should rhyme. Outside seems a terrible beast, but let's find out inside. And then he goes inside the monster's mouth and explodes it. And Vandal Savage standing there drenched in blood like, a feast! I made a rhyme. Wonderful. That's literally the words. Cut back to the questing queen's palace. He's like, they killed my dragons? Are you see? Who are these people? I was like, I don't know, but they got some old magic, some Merlin magic. So, yeah, they're going to be a problem. It's like, all right, well, bring in the bigger dragons. So these are heraldic dragons that they're trying to send in. We see that the village is pretty much in ruins. They're just like, oh, the horde is coming. We have to evacuate the town. They're going to come and kill us. And in comes this lady on a horse, and she's like, yes, the horde is coming. You should all flee. Farewell. And she rides away. And they're like, who the hell was that? It's like, oh, we call her Horsewoman. She's just here to warn us. We don't know much about her. That's it. That's all we get of her. I have no clue what that's about. Xanadu and Shining Knight talk to each other, and they're like, I figured the queen would come this way. They're all just talking to, general people around town, and some people want to leave, some people don't. Like the trading guild, I think it is. Yeah, the trading guild is like, no, let them come, and we'll just hide all the valuables and our women and children, and then we'll sell them some ale. Who doesn't love ale? And they're like, no, you gotta go. Vandal Savage, he's cooking some meat, and he's like, you gotta go. I've been around the questing queen. She's not interested in your ale. She will just straight up kill you. And at that point, Etrigan swoops in, picks up Xanadu, and is like, that's all I need here. And he just bounces. He just flies off with her in the arms. And it's like, Xanadu's just like, Etrigan, they would have taken our help. They would have been grateful. And it's like, yeah, but you want to fight dragons like that? I'm a demon. I'm evil. I'm not going to try to save everybody. Oh, okay, but that's a problem. And then we see these pterodactyl riders. Again, they're just pterodactyls. I don't know why they're saying dragons, but pterodactyl riders are flying at them. Then we follow up with Horsewoman. Is that her name? Horsewoman? I genuinely think it is just Horsewoman. Yep, just Horsewoman. It's clever naming. As she's trying to get through a pass, she sees, literally, I'm not making this up, 3 dragons. Like old school looking dragons, but they're not dragons. They're actually giant mech suits that are being piloted by multiple men. This book is great. Al-Jabir, he's using a telescope to see further away, like what's going on. But he wants to keep it a secret because I guess it's new tech. I thought telescopes were older than that, but I guess not. There's an explosion. Everyone's just kind of on their asses for a second. They realize that there are more magic and dragons coming their way. And they all have to team up in order to face off. Etrigan and Xanadu come back into the fight. They're like, yeah, sorry, we brought the fight to you. Shining Knight runs off, gets a Pegasus, and is ready to fly off for a noble death. He takes out, and I'm saying he, but it really is up for debate here as to whether it's he, she, they. I'm saying he just because that's the one they've said at the beginning, but I guess I'll go they. So they're swinging their sword, knocking people off their pterodactyls. Xandu's out of magic. Etrigan's just spewing some fire at pterodactyls. Quest and Queen sees that once again they're breaking through their forces. So it's like, okay, what's stopping us from just going in there and destroying the place? And it's like, well, there's a magical shield. All right, can you stop the magical shield? It's like, well, yeah, technically. Cool. Fireball that whole damn town. So the final page is this massive fireball in the sky descending upon the town with everyone just looking on it, and Vandal Savage still enjoying a leg of meat. I love the humor in this book. I really do. It's fantastic. I cannot speak more highly of how it's done. It's still in the setup phases. It's still setting up the team. Like, for instance, Horsewoman. Okay. I'm still learning some of the names as well, but it is getting there. I'm getting the personality of each of the characters, doing a very good job with that. Art-wise, it's very good. There's a couple of times any like background characters kind of just blend in with each other. But all the main characters, they definitely stand out well enough that I can tell who's who. So no, overall, I'm going to give this one a 7.5. Very good. Very worth a read. It's only getting better as time goes on. That being said, I don't know what I read in the last issue, but it's getting good. It's very much getting good. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this one in particular is going to end up.